Hello everyone, thanks for watching. This is my reading for Libra in September of 2015. How will the month of September 2015 go for Libra? Let's ask the cards. How will the month of September 2015 go for Libra? Libra in September of 2015. Shuffle one more time. How will the month of September 2015 go for Libra? How will the month of September 2015 go for Libra? Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, something's happening soon. Okay. Sorry for the camera adjustments there. So, at the center of the reading here, we have the Eight of Wands. This is all, I always interpret this as something's happening right away. Something that will happen very soon for Libra that puts the rest of this in perspective, that gets all of this started. Something immediately, right at the beginning of the month. And it might not seem very fair. We have Justice as the crossing card. Justice I always interpret as you getting what you deserve, being fair to all, sticking up for yourself if they're being unfair to you. And so justice here, though, as a problem, well, something's going to happen that seems unfair. It seems like it's not what you deserve. But, you know, it's sometimes how life goes. So moving away from the Page of Cups, let's see. Okay, Cups is always the suit of emotions and intuition. And the Page of Cups here, the young person who's able to sort of intuitively communicate with everything. An uncertainty, difficulty managing everything, keeping all the balls in the air, the Two of Pentacles. Moving away from a situation where there's too many people to talk to, too much to keep track of, too many messages and feelings and intuitions to really manage to keep your real focus on what's important, to even notice what's important, which perhaps is why you didn't notice this coming down the pike. So we have at the bottom here, the Chariot, the triumph of self-control, one's own will to create, to order, to accomplish, and to do. Self-control in that sense. And the victory thereof, winning the battle, accomplishing things through self-control. Which is maybe one of the reasons why this sudden reversal seems so unfair, because you've been working away at things, doing your best to keep track of all the different emotions and intuitive feelings and whatnot. You just can't And all of a sudden, out of the blue, something hits. Let's see what this Knight's about. Once again, Cups is the suit of emotions, intuition, and whatnot. So we have the Knight here, the Knight carrying this important cup, a grail perhaps, out into the world. Message of wealth, prosperity, the happy home, lifetime accomplishments, a lifetime's worth of accomplishments, connections, career, and society, all sort of summed up there. And so this is the goal that had been on one's mind. This sort of the Chariot here, working away to gradually create this situation, and it had been, weren't there yet, but definitely on the path. After all, this is only interpreting the Knight. And so you were I view this, so court cards I'll read either sometimes as people in one's life, people around you, or aspects of a personality that are particularly appropriate for this situation. And here, I think this is an aspect of a personality. The one of taking one's emotional or intuitive vision out into the world and making it a reality, and with the goal of ultimately sort of setting up this network of connections and accomplishments through emotional, by, interestingly, will, focused control, and sort of keeping a rein on things. There's a little bit of a conflict between the Chariot and the Cup, some of the Cup's royalty in a way, but, whatever. The Cup's royalty, they're emotional, but they're in control of their emotions. It's not like the minor arcana, which sometimes represent uncontrollable or unbearable emotional outbursts, but rather focused, managed. That's why they're in charge of things, after all. But the problem is that despite all this preparation, despite what was in your head, bam! Something happens. And it leaves you with a new situation entirely. No longer is this in play. Now, got a new offer. It's not what you were looking for. It's not what you were planning for. It's not what you were trying to achieve. But it's what's here. And you know what? We got the Ace of Wands here, so it's not necessarily such a bad thing. Not what you were expecting, definitely, but there's a new opportunity here for personal growth, for dynamic change and transformation. And it comes along with the sort of a cue or a signal to pull back a bit from the people around you, to pull back from the friends, family, social circle, and really focus on what's inside you, to really look deep inside to find your inner truth, your inner strength, instead of going out into the world to bring your ideas to them. Maybe it's not ready. Maybe it's not the time for that. Maybe it's the time to return to focusing on yourself so that you can prepare for things without it sort of juggling out of control. Now, you're not going to get this radical change, this big major transformation in affairs doesn't lead to despair. No, hopes and dreams, we still have the sun. Still looking at sunny days ahead. It's a big change and it's maybe a little bit unfair, but it doesn't necessarily seem so bad. You just got to make up your mind about the opportunity. So, we have that. Then at the top of the staff here, we have the World. The World sort of representing final completion and accomplishment on the tarot journey, which begins with 0 with the Fool and ends with the World at 21. So, this is sort of, even though it's unexpected, this new development sort of puts you on a path to start wrapping up a phase in one's life. Maybe this is a surprise. Maybe one did not believe that this phase was coming to an end. But that's the thing about the world. All things do come to an end. And usually it's a good thing. Because it's not an end as in like the tower where everything collapses and falls apart. but rather an end in ultimate completion, an end in one has gotten everything that one can get from a path, from a situation. Where does this lead to? King of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles. So, we have here King of Pentacles, the fully established figure in command and in charge of wealth, society, connections, that kind of career. So, it's not going to be a setback there, but there's going to be a rational decision that you're going to be confronted again with, with a dilemma. The Two of Swords here has got two swords balanced in opposition, and she's blindfolded, like the classic image of blind justice. There are these two positions which she is keeping in perfect balance. But so long as they're in balance, neither one is chosen. And so it's the classic image of a dilemma, of being in a place where one cannot decide between two different things. And so instead of deciding, we have the Four of Pentacles here just kind of hanging on. I kind of get the sense that there's going to be a little bit of reluctance, unwillingness to move on. That even as this journey is completed, Libra might not be so willing to take the first step on the next journey, and instead focus on holding on because not quite sure if you want to accept the new offer, the new opportunity. And that's something that you will have to figure out on your own. Best of luck to you, Libra.